Is marketing analytics actually a real career? Or are you just learning random tools that don't lead to anywhere? Because when I started learning about Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, attribution, people literally told me that this is not a real job. So if you're a non-technical marketer or just a career switcher who is wondering if this is a real path, can I actually get paid for this? Do I need a coding knowledge? Or is this skill an actual career? Let me break this down clearly, without the hype and without false promises. Let's remove the buzzwords. Imagine that you're working at Amazon.com. You're selling multiple products. Wouldn't you want to know how many people viewed your products? How many people added these products to the cart? How many people went to the checkout? How much revenue did these users have generated? And most importantly, what is the traffic source that these users came from? Did they came from Google search or from paid ads? Marketing analytics is simply understanding how the user is behaving on your site and using that data to improve revenue. It's not dashboards, it's not tools, it is decision making using data. And this is where most people misunderstand this field. Many people think that marketing analytics is just learning Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, and other tools. But tools are just instruments. The real job is tracking implementation, attribution accuracy, funnel analysis, revenue insights, turning chaos into clarity. That's why companies hire marketing analysts, web analysts, implementation specialists, analytics engineers. So yes, it's absolutely a real career, but it's a skill-based career, not a degree-based career. Now the real question is, can non-technical users break into this industry? Short answer would be yes. And the long answer would be yes, but we need a structure in place. When I started learning about web analytics, I did not have a data science background. I wasn't a developer. I wasn't good actually with math at all. I was curious, and honestly, I felt a bit lost. I was literally offering to work for free just to get the experience. Because in my country, marketing analytics wasn't actually considered as a real field. People literally told me, focus on media buying, tracking is not an actual career, it's too technical. You just rely on native integration and that's it. You spend money on marketing campaigns and there is no career for this. They were considering it as a set of skills to the media buyer only. Today, I fully work remote and yes, that skill turned it into an annual $6-figure US dollar income. Not because I chased money, it's because I built a real skill. And no, I'm not promising you a job. I'm saying that the skills are real, the demand is real. Now let's talk about salary and opportunities in this field. Marketing analytics roles for people who just breaking in depends on the market that you're working in and the country. So for example, I would say the range would be starting from 50K a year in US dollars up to 100K a year in US dollars if you are a beginner, or actually 90K. If you are a mid, I would say from 100,000 US dollars in a year to 120,000 a year. Senior levels can go to up to crazy numbers and I wouldn't go into that part, but yes, you can make very good income working with US companies from Europe, and companies that are based in the UAE. All of these companies, or most of them, hire remote workers, so you have a very good chances in getting accepted if you have the proper skill sets. These companies are hiring remote workers because that industry has very few people who are specialized in that field. And the reason why they hire it's because they can't afford spending too much money on ads without having the proper tracking setup. This means that they are losing money. They are not utilizing all of their ad spend. So this means that people who understand attribution, tracking accuracy, and can implement tracking, plus have a business logic, are really valuable to these organizations. But here is what most people get wrong. They learn random tools. For example, this week they might learn Google Analytics 4. Next week they might start learning about SQL or SQL. The next week they are learning about Python, and then they simply stop. No structure, no roadmap, no real world context. Just learning tools without implementing. And that's when they start doubting. Is this even a career? It is, but only if you treated it like one. You don't have to be a developer, but what you need is logical thinking, basic technical comfort, curiosity, understanding on how websites work. You don't need to build actual apps or websites, but you need to understand how tracking works, how event fire, how data flows. And that's simply learnable. Now you might be thinking, who hires marketing professionals? Companies like
e-commerce brands,
SaaS companies, MarTech companies or agencies, large enterprises with internal data teams. And the company size is mostly mid to large companies. Smaller companies might outsource it.
So if this sounds interesting to you,
here is what I wish someone told me earlier. Don't learn randomly. Have a structured
roadmap. That's why I built the Analytics Confidence Blueprint.
And no, I'm not promising you a job from completing it or not selling you a hype, but to give you clear step-by-step curriculum, real tracking implementation knowledge, audit frameworks, templates, community support,
weekly coaching sessions directly with me.
So instead of guessing, you build confidence. YouTube and free sources are great for awareness.
The blueprint is a structure for learning.
If you are serious about turning this to a real skill, check the link in the description and in the pinned comment. Read everything, check if this is for you. And if not, that's fine. But don't let people tell you that this is not a real career. Like as if you take it seriously.